For an indication of just how far Harry has fallen, ironically, we must reach for the skies and ponder the pound store prince's low-flying humiliation at Hollywood's ludicrous Living Legends of Aviation Awards. Arguably the saddest evening of his life, as in truly pathetic. Hard to make out what this tawdry Tinseltown carnival of backslapping was all about, although the organisers seem to think that celebrities handing each other ill-deserved trophies will encourage 4 to 9-year-old kids to become pilots, which, as a crucial cause, is right up there with getting grannies to go scuba diving. Fine, but hardly a pressing priority. And as the not very great and utterly obscure gathered at the Beverly Hilton Hotel last week, the burning questions were: 1. What the hell was Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, doing at a convention of nobodies? And 2, in what way does a former minor army officer who flew a few helicopters in Afghanistan qualify as a living legend of aviation? The answers are: 1, he's desperate, and 2, he doesn't. Harry fought bravely for his country, but he is as much a living legend of aviation as I am, accepting this gormless gong from John Travolta, who, drumroll, owns his own jet, demeans a downgraded duke who is clearly struggling to define himself in a showbiz town that has no place for him. Meghan was due to accompany her husband to this stupefying non-event, but pulled out at the last minute, citing a sick kid she had to look after. She did well to avoid an embarrassingly empty night of nothingness, the type of occasion no A-lister wants to be seen at. Past recipients of these laughable Living Legend awards include Tom Cruise, Harrison Ford, Angelina Jolie and Morgan Freeman, presumably because, as globe-trotting actors, they've been on lots of aeroplanes. In my view, Harry needs to think very seriously about his attendance at this silly ceremony. Make it a barrel-scraping moment from which he can, and indeed must, bounce back. See it as hitting rock bottom, after which the only way is up, and then work out exactly what he wants to do with his privileged existence, apart from just suing newspapers with varying degrees of success. But back to the unglittering, non-spectacular at the Hilton, and perhaps the worst memory was one of omission. In a 4-minute speech to the anonymous crowd, Harry made a gag about John Travolta dining out on his iconic dance with Princess Diana, but never once did the wisecracking prince mention his sick sister-in-law Kate's abdominal surgery or his father, the king's upcoming operation for an enlarged prostate. And for a living legend of aviation, that's not a good look, is it, AJJ?
Get my name right, Grandad.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I said, is it AJJ?
Is it AJJ? AJJ.
Yeah.
What do you expect Harry to do? Accept the award and then say...
Not go, it's pathetic.
Whilst I'm here, can I talk to you about enlarged prostates? Do you mind? He's never... There would be such poor taste. If Harry had gone there and said, hope my sister-in-law gets better soon, hope Papa gets better soon, you'd be on here...
That'd be all right.
You'd be on here slamming him.
What would be wrong with that?
I think you're wrong, JJ.
Oh, you think I'm wrong? I think you're wrong, mate. I think you're both wrong. Yeah. You're both as dumb as our American viewers. That's the problem with you two.
How dare you say that about our excellent American audience? They're not dumb. They know what they're talking about.
No.
And they know a fraud in their midst when they see one, and that is Prince Harry. The thing about this award ceremony, this pathetic thing, it'll encourage 4 to 9-year-olds to get into aviation. Who cares? However, you pay about £1,000 per head to go, so everybody sort of buys their awards. Guess who else got one there? Lauren Sanchez, because she's the partner of Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
She's a living legend of aviation.
And Bezos is an inductee himself as well.
Of course, because it's expensive and you pay a lot of money for a table.
It's almost like paying people to come to your own birthday party, isn't it? Because
Yes,
I believe that, the more you pay, the more chance you've got of winning an award, allegedly. But I also think if if he'd have just got up and at the end, JJ said, and I would of course like to pass on my best wishes to my father and my sister-in-law.
Don't even try it. People will be slamming him. They'll be saying he's trying to use them to make himself more famous.
No,
that's what they'll be saying.
They would have
Yeah, you're
said,
right. I would be doing that, but he didn't do it, so I'm taking another line. These are the battle lines between me and JJ. Yeah, but do at least give me this, or give me and Renee and our audience this. You always supporting Harry to the hilt. It's not that easy, is it? He doesn't give you a lot of ammunition, does he?
I only support Harry and Meghan when I think they are truly in the right. And on this occasion, he went to a glitzy showbiz event that Morgan Freeman's been at. Harrison Ford, John Travolta's still a big deal.
They're not legends of aviation, they're actors. They're actors.
John Travolta can fly a plane.
This doesn't make him a legend of aviation, does it?
No, he's not a legend. He's a living legend of aviation.
You would concede. Actually, I'm going to ask Renee this, and then we'll...
attack me.
I'll reluctantly come on to you. It doesn't make him a living legend of aviation, does it?
It really doesn't. I mean, what about the pilot who managed to land a plane on the Hudson and not kill anyone on it? Surely he is a living legend of aviation.
Scully is a living legend.
He might have won one before, for all we know.
Yeah, and he's got a film about him, starring Tom.
Harry's on TV
fine.
every day.
Well, it's not his fault, is it? It's not his fault he's on TV every day.
He's had enough in the way of praise. No, but
the whole award ceremony is bullshit.
Yeah, OK, good.
I can admit to that.
Yeah,
they are not living legends. Neil Armstrong, living legend. Buzz Aldrin, living legend.
Yeah.
Actually, Neil Armstrong's dead. Neil Armstrong, dead legend.
No longer living legend.
But Buzz Aldrin, living legend of aviation, absolutely. But unfortunately, we don't know the names of all these amazing pilots in the world, so we're going to have to drag in people like Harry to get some publicity around it. And it's worked. Because we're talking about it. We are talking about it.
Yeah.
But did you hear about it before?
What I'm saying, as I said last week, JJ, Harry has been seduced by the culture of Hollywood. They love an awards ceremony. They all turn, oh, look, we're going to skip, oh, look, I've got a trophy, hooray, I'm the best actor, hooray, I like great, all that rubbish. Harry should be above that. He's been seduced by this award-crazy culture, and he's gone to this ridiculous ceremony that demeans him. By all means, Harry, go to the Oscars or whatever, but this is beneath a member of the royal family, don't you think?
No, and as you always say...
I think Meghan decided it was beneath her, I'll tell you that.
Well, Meghan didn't attend, which is, she's...
Wise.
Good. Well, it is, it's very wise. She's got good advisors. John Travolta's there, so I think that's enough star quality, as far as I'm concerned. John Travolta's there.
Yeah.
Listen, you might not like him, mate, but those Americans who are watching, they love him. They love a bit of baldy John Travolta.
Just remind me, John Travolta used to be in the Brady Bunch. Is that right? Anyway, we had a bit of a Barney last week, didn't we, about Harry and Meghan? Well, to say that the audience was entirely on my side is no exaggeration. OK, JJ, read out some of the tweets that you received.
You know what's funny? I started this show...
Just read them out.
So, someone said, what does JJ bring to this conversation? He's just another attention seeker. Me, attention seeker. Please employ someone decent. Right, idiots. Another one. Pink jacket man. I wore a pink blazer. It's actually lilac, you idiots. Pink jacket man.
That's much better.
Rude and immature. Fake laughing while lady, I wouldn't call her, who was it? Alice Phillips, I wouldn't call her a lady, trying to make her point. I work with middle schoolers and they do this quite often. One more. JJ and his delusional laughter. What is wrong with my laugh?
There's nothing wrong with your laughter, mate.
His delusional laughter is so uncomfortable. He'll defend Harry and Meghan until the wheels fucking fall off. How embarrassing, seriously. I'll tell you what the problem is here, Kevin.
Yeah.
This show has gotten so big, it's gone global.
It's so big.
It's so big. We've got a huge, massive American audience, and they don't know class. That's the problem with them.
Yeah.
They
Class?
see class.
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 Class. They don't know
Class.
Class. They don't know class, these Americans.
They pronounce it class.
Yeah, you don't know class, these Americans. They see a good-looking guy, well-dressed, making exceptional points of view that contradicts what you think, you dumb idiots.
They're
and
not.
Suddenly, they are. They are classless. You are classless. There's like maybe 2 Americans that I can vouch for and say they're great.
Okay,
the rest of them, no.
Wait a second.
Classless.
I'm not having that. I want to pay respect to our American audience.
No.
I lived in America for 10 years. I think it's the greatest country on the face of the earth. So,
greatest country.
Right, JJ, shut the up, because it is time now for a bad ad.
You want a closer look, but the naked eye can only see so much. Squinting doesn't help, and binoculars are big, bulky, and expensive. Introducing Zoomies, the compact, hands-free, high-power binoculars you wear like sunglasses. With Zoomies, you'll enjoy Mother Nature up close. You'll be so close to the action, you'll feel the excitement. And you'll have a front-row view of the big game, even from the cheap seats. Holding heavy binoculars is tiring on your arms and heavy on your neck. But Zoomies binoculars are so light, you'll forget you even have them on. And they turn any TV into a big screen TV. And best of all, they fold and store easily in shirt pocket or purse. See what you've been missing and zoom in on the action with Zoomies.
I mean, so what's going to happen? Like, people have just walked straight into trees and things, won't they? I mean, I can see a number of drawbacks with this product.
I mean, you were just saying how great America is and how wonderful the Americans are.
On America.
Only in America could you launch such a stupid product for lazy people.
Well, lay off America. It's a great country with great people in it.
I mean, with great inventors.
Yeah, well, we have some piss-poor products here as well,
we
but
don't
the
have
Zoomies, I do admit, bit of a low point for American culture there, but we've seen some terrible products.
As a doctor, I'm just worried that those people didn't have the strength to lift a pair of binoculars.
Yes, precisely.
I mean, it's worrying.
But also, it makes it much easier to watch the telly. If you need binoculars to watch the television, then, you know, your eyes are probably on the way out, you know.
The funny thing is, somewhere now in Texas or Mississippi, there's an American wearing those Zoomers watching us on talkTV.
It's unbelievable.
Are they not just really ugly glasses?
Yeah.
Well, they're really ugly, but they're very, very magnified, you know, so there's your real problem. Binoculars on your face. Why not? America's a great country and that's a great product. Let's go to a real ad break. What just happened?
He's mad as hell. It's Kevin O'Sullivan.
OK, you two, shut up, because we're back on air, and that's JJ Anisiobi, and that's Dr. Renee Underkamp, a right couple of gossipers. Here are a few of my thoughts on a cellist who I believe hit all the wrong notes. No doubt we should all know who cellist Sheku Kane Mason is. No, me neither. A prodigy on the strings. He's a mere 24 years old and has already been an honoured guest on Desert Island Discs, a privilege the BBC only usually extends to the renowned and the venerable. I'm sure Sheku is a marvellous musician, which presumably is why Harry and Meghan chose him to perform at their 2018 wedding. Nevertheless, he's a tad on the young side to be trawling through his favourite 8 records on Desert Island Discs. So what was he doing on a flagship Radio 4 programme that tends to look back on long, distinguished and illustrious lives? Could it be that, by an extraordinary coincidence, Sheku has the kind of opinions the state broadcaster approves of? After woefully woke big bosses did their best to ban the nation's much-loved patriotic anthems, Land of Hope and Glory and Rule Britannia from the last night of the proms, they must have been thrilled to hear that Sheku is with them all the way. The right-on fiddler staged his own protest over Rule Britannia because, boo-hoo, he doesn't like it one bit. So much does he despised this uplifting expression of national pride, he's calling for it to be dropped as the thrilling high point of the proms. In fact, when he played at the traditional sing-song event at London's Royal Albert Hall last year, Sheku was so appalled he left early, before he could be offended by those awful lyrics about Britons ruling the waves and never being slaves. I don't think it should be included, and I didn't stay for that, he told Desert Island Disc host Lauren Laverne. That's just my opinion. I think maybe some people don't realise how uncomfortable a song like that can make a lot of people feel. Hey, Sheku, mate, get a life, grow a pair, and if you don't like patriotism at the proms, here's an idea. Don't go. Apart from Britain leading the world by abolishing slavery nearly 6 decades before the USA, Rule Britannia does not celebrate slavery. It rails against it. So what's the objection? Well, imperialism, innit? Just like Land of Hope and Glory, it's a song that glories in Britain's once great empire. It's called History. It remains an outrage that the BBC takes our money and then seeks to deprive us of a couple of sing-along tunes we happen to enjoy. 3 years on, Auntie Beeb's North London weirdos still despair of their failure to turn the proms into the night the fun music died. Millions of furious Brits who love their country rose up and screamed, "We're not having this." And the stupid, cloth-eared PC plonkers at boring broadcasting house had to give up their crass campaign to kill off patriotism. People power prevailed. Sadly, little Sheku, the cellist, didn't get the memo. Well, he didn't, did he, JJ?
I don't have a go at the kid, and I don't know how young he is, but I think he's far too young to be on the Desert Island Discs for a start. Absolutely too young for that.
Oh, whoa. Did you just agree with me?
Oh, God. What have you done to my
That's why you're getting all those nasty tweets. I told you, you hang around with me too much. But no, he is too young. I mean, you know, Desert Island Disc is about people looking back on their lives and saying, these are the tunes, these are the songs, the theme tune to my life. This guy's 24. It's just because he's got the right kind of opinions.
He's more than that, isn't he? He's 24. He's a black guy from a very, very talented family where all of the kids play music of one type or the other. He would have, as he grows up, been playing things from people that he probably really wouldn't have liked. People who were Russian, God forbid. People who would have been involved in slavery. But suddenly he wants to pick on this one patriotic song. And what he's forgotten to do is accept that he doesn't have the right, whoever he is, whoever's wedding he played the cello at, to not be offended.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. And to be fair to him, he did preface, I think, his stupid opinions about Rule Britannia with, "It's just my opinion."
Yeah.
And he's entitled to that opinion. But I do think he's too young to get involved in this. And we all know about the background of these two songs, Rule Britannia and Land of Hope and Glory. But when they're sung at the last night at the proms, it's just fun, isn't it?
It is just a bit of fun. And I bet he wasn't complaining when they brought out the EU flags and the whole audience.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly.
But why would they want to stamp on these sort of patriotic anthems? Why would they want to do that?
Because Sheku actually demonstrates what the young British do. They hate themselves. They hate Britain. They hate us, and they don't want anything that might celebrate it.
Yeah, we don't know about Sheku himself, but yeah, I mean, I think it's a fair summary of the way a lot of young people think. You wouldn't know because you're not young.
I'm younger than you.
You just pretend. Yeah, but you're just pretending. You're about 90.
I'm super rad, okay?
Yeah.
I'm
Rad.
hip. Yeah,
Down with the kids. Down with the kids.
I think.
Where did you park your Jaguar tonight?
It's at home.
Yeah, keeping it real.
I think, not speaking on behalf of Sheku, but I think he and a lot of our youngsters hate parts of our country's history which get glossed over. Now, I'm not suggesting we have to have a trigger warning at the start of Rule Britannia, and it's fine for it to be taught in schools as long as the teachers are going to be saying to kids, well, actually, this was a time when Britannia was enforcing its own civility on parts of the world who didn't necessarily ask for it, and we were taking some of their riches and we were killing some of their men so we could make.
But we did lead the way, as I said, we did lead the way in abolishing slavery 6 decades before America.
Yeah, we did.
We were the first major country. Do you know what the very first country to abolish slavery was? Haiti.
Really?
I think they beat us by 2 years. We abolished it in 1807.
Well, we abolished it first or second.
And we patrolled.
I mean, we did lead the charge.
We did lead the charge, but in 2015, why am I still paying taxes towards the slave masters? Because that's what was happening. The bill that we had to pay.
Surely I'm paying those too.
Yeah, you're paying them too. We all paid them. So why are we paying?
I'm not, because I avoid all my taxes illegally. No, actually, I don't. Trust me, it's the end of January. I'm talking to the tax man at the moment, and not very civilly, I'll tell you. But seriously, I mean, the attack on these patriotic songs by the state broadcaster was extraordinary. It was when the mask slipped. BBC does not like people who love this country.
No. Of course not, because it actually wants to be part of the global Europe. It doesn't want to be the UK. It wants to be Europe.
Yeah, but also Sheku, though. I mean, I think it's a bit. Oh, I left early because of the offensive lyrics.
Well, this is
well,
Gen Z.
just don't go.
Yeah,
how about
really
that?
This is Gen Z.
I presume, Sheku, you got paid for your gig, so you managed to pocket a few quid before demonstrating how horrified you were by these songs you don't like.
Yeah.
So, have a think. Hey, mate, how about that? It's an idea, right?
And Sheku has done so fantastically well in this country. As a black kid, middle-class family, he has actually benefited from everything we've built up over the years.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know his personal history. I don't know what his struggles have been. I wouldn't say it's probably been easy for him growing up as a black kid in a mainly white world and a white industry in terms
I'm
of
sure it was
classical music.
incredibly hard.
And he's clearly very talented.
He's
he
super
comes from a
talented.
talented
Massively so.
family.
Yeah,
So
super
best
talented.
of luck, Sheku, but have a think in future. None of this Rule Britannia crap, mate. It made you look bad. It made you look silly. But it is time. Talking of bad, what a link. It's time for a bad ad.
What do all women look at when buying jeans? That's right. They're sexy or not so sexy bottoms. Imagine being able to reshape your backside and achieve that ultimate shapely lifted booty instantly. It's here, Hollywood's hottest new trade secret, Booty Pop. You can forget about doing endless squats. And cosmetic surgery, who can afford that? Booty Pop panties will make you look and feel like you spent a fortune. Now, for a small price, you can have the booty of your dreams.
So, as I understand that's a sort of lump in your knickers to make it look like you've got a kind of shapely...
I don't want to rain on, this is a terrible American ad, but those are available here in the UK.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't need them, do you? You just put anything down your arse, can't you? I mean, seriously.
Again, this is lazy Americans because...
Stop having a go at Americans!
It is lazy Americans. Rather than go to the gym and put in the hard work to
What's
change
your
your
problem with
derriere.
Americans?
Did you read the comments? 600
yeah,
comments.
they got problems.
600 of them.
So what, because they don't like you?
Yeah. So now I'm going to
You've
attack
decided
every
that you
American.
hate a nation of
Yes.
350 million people.
Except for-
Every single one of them.
Except for Trump. He's the only one that I like.
Yeah.
Trump and my friend Lala, that's it. No one else. But this, these pants, that's fine. I see you in the club, you've got these on. We get back to your place. You take them off and then I realise you're flat as a pancake.
But didn't that used to be the case with the boob implants as well? You know, they used to have the chicken fillets that women used to put down their bra.
Yeah, and I've run a million
Have you ever
miles.
tried those, JJ? I'm going to give them a go. They sound very good. I didn't know about them. But, what do? You put the fillets down?
In your bra. But of course, when you get home with JJ, you have to take your bra off, and then it all.
And it all falls out.
out.
It's like, what have you left me with?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
This is an excerpt from your life.
Yes.
How much do you pay for your bra?
I get sponsored. They come for free.
There's also the question.
Jerks Anonymous. This bra comes to you sponsored by Jerks Anonymous.
Also, do you want a big bum? I don't want a big bum.
No?
No.
You've got a big bum already.
Oh, what a gallant gentleman.
Equality and all that.
Did you get into that seat all right, Renee? I was a bit worried.
I can't work with him.
Yeah, no. Well, I wouldn't call it working. Enduring. Yeah, Trump. You like Trump, then?
I like Trump. Yeah.
Do
I like
you?
him. Yeah, honestly, I do like him.
You're an unusual
I like
man.
a straight talker.
I love your country, all you Americans watching. Never mind about that idiot JJ Anasiobi. Thanks for turning up, though. And thank you to Dr. Renee Hendekamp. This has been another remarkable edition of What Just Happened. I have been Kevin O'Sullivan, and we will all be back same time, same place next week for What Just Happened. What just happened?
Look, I'm getting ready for my new primetime show on talkTV and radio, 7 o'clock Saturday night, James Whale Unleash. I don't need you coming in here, following me around with a camera. I'm so sorry about this.
Saturdays at 7 on talkTV.